When people see my work, I hope for them to be inspired. And I know that's kind of broad, but they might see it in a different light, and that might inspire them based on their personal story. My name is Acacia Beatty, and I'm here for visual arts, and I'm from Jessamine County. I originally applied to GSA because my school counselor came in, he saw my art and was impressed or inspired by it. He attended GSA himself, so he knew quite a bit about it, and he just told me to apply, and my art teacher also encouraged me to apply. So it was kind of my school teachers that told me about it, and I didn't know a lot about it, so it was kind of a apply and see what happens kind of thing, and I got in. So me and my family have traveled a lot. I was born in Qatar, which is in the Middle East. I moved to New Delhi, which is in India. We moved to Norway, South Korea, and then now we live here. And while we were living there, we've traveled to kind of surrounding countries. So I'm a TCK, third culture kid, and I think that does show up in my art, and I think not only in what I create, but also my perspective. I see things differently, or I have not more experience, but different experience than some people have. And I'm actually working on a piece right now for GSA that the prompt was something that's unavoidable in society, and I'm kind of going with the idea of diversity and human interaction and how together that's important, just human interaction with different people and different cultures. So I'm working on a piece that's related to that, which is really the first piece that I have made that really reflects my background or like my upbringing, but I think it affects my perspective a lot too. So it's an oil painting, and basically I have myself in the middle, and it's really what it sounds like. It's a bunch of human interactions. So there's people hugging, there's people just smiling and talking, and part of it is like people sharing a meal together, which I think is a commonality within different cultures about how people kind of just community in different cultures. So it's just a lot of different human interaction in a painting. GSA has really pushed me in new materials. I have not worked with anything I've worked with before, which I didn't expect. Like, I've never worked with oil paint, never done printmaking this way. I have used a little bit of clay, but not at all at this kind of scale. So almost everything I'm working with has been new. So that's been really challenging, but really exciting for me. A way that I think my art is gonna change is I would really like to explore the meaning behind my art, because a lot of my art that I used to do was just like, oh, I thought this is really cool and I want to recreate it in my own style, which obviously there's a time and place for that, and I think that's important, but I think it's really cool to kind of have your own story behind your art, because you've created something beautiful and it also has a meaning behind it. Yeah. A way that I express my emotion in art is by color choice. I use specific colors based on how I'm feeling or what I want that art piece to represent. Sometimes I express my emotion through stylistic choices. I use organic shapes to kind of have a calm feeling, or I'll learn a new technique or do a more intricate design if I'm distracted or stressed about something. For me, GSA is kind of this once-in-a-lifetime surreal experience to be around people who share the same interests with you. I think it's really cool because this is never going to happen exactly like this again with these people, these instructors. Yeah, just be super open-minded and don't go in expecting really anything. For me, I expected a lot from myself. I put a lot of pressure on myself to create amazing things every time. I expected all of my work to be just really, really good because I was like, oh, I got into GSA, everything I create has to be spectacular. But really, a lot of it's new stuff, so I can't have that expectation. And a lot of it is about the process more than the product. So just going in with an open mind and don't put pressure on yourself to create spectacular work every time.